In this scenario, we will look at what an accommodation discussion could look like between a disability services office employee and a new college student. In this scenario, the college student Ellie will be played by Addison Woebke, Student Advisory Board member with Empowering Youth with Visual Impairment. The Disability Services Office employee is played by Katrina Dubree, Educational Consultant. Hi, Ellie. Thanks for meeting with me today so we could go over your accommodations that you need for this semester. Now, I did receive your medical reports from the ophthalmologist, but I'd like to hear from you in your own words about the barriers that you are experiencing.
It's hard for me to see the board in some of my classrooms. It helps when I am able to sit in the front close to the board, but I can't always find an open seat up front.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, we can approve you for preferential seating. This would help to ensure that you have a seat at the front of the classroom and that it's reserved and available for you. Does that sound okay?
That would be great. The instructor lets us take pictures of the board with our cell phones, but I can enlarge the image on my phone. But sometimes I miss information. Is there any way the instructor or someone could share their notes?
That makes sense. Yes, we could approve you for note-taking assistance. And what this will look like is a classmate would share their notes with you. And then we can also ask the instructor to share any supplemental lecture notes that they may have in addition to their lecture. For example, if they have PowerPoint slides that they present during the lecture, we could make sure that those are shared with you in advance of the lesson.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, are you experiencing any other issues?
We take tests in the classroom. Normally, I'd use the magnifier on my phone to see the printed text, but we can't have phones during the exams. It would help if the font was bigger or if I could use some type of magnifying device.
Okay, we have a couple of options here. So you can work with us and your instructor to schedule your exams in the testing center. Now, in the testing center, you would have access to handheld magnifiers, or we could ask your instructor to provide the exam in an electronic format, and you would have access to the enlarging software on the testing center computers. Or we can just ask your instructor to enlarge the font on the printed exam, and you would take that exam within the classroom. What works best for you?
I prefer to stay in the classroom. Larger font on the exams would work great for me.
Okay. Are you experiencing any other barriers?
No, that covers everything.
Great. I will type up the accommodations that we discussed and agreed upon today. I'll make sure that you get a copy and I'll send a copy to your instructor. But please ensure that you take some time to go over these accommodations with your instructor. And please reach out to me or my office if you have any issues during the semester.
Okay, thanks.